Yo, what's up? It's Nick here with Living Rich, out here right about to go skate, and I would like to talk to you today a little bit technical shop knowledge about completing shit you want to accomplish, or creating a stable situation in your life, whatever it may be, from wealth to getting a girlfriend, or just success in general, being able to socialize better, having better health. And that subject is different tactics of direct versus indirect influencing of your life. So, or direct versus indirect tactics. So what I would like to talk about, what I am going to talk about, is these tactics, and the differentiation between these two are a direct tactic is something probably the most well-known tactic that you have. It's what you do when you directly affect something that you're looking to affect. For example, if you don't want to get your bike stolen, you put a lock on it. That is a direct tactic. If you want to and then conversely, or additionally actually, in the way that usually works, an indirect tactic for not getting your bike stolen is the choice of where you park your bike. So parking it out of main sight of like a lot of passerbys, parking it in a highly visible area of people you trust, for example, like right in front of a cafe which you have friends that work at, or right beyond your work where a lot of your people frequent. That is an indirect tactic. It's where you're not directly influencing it, but you're indirectly influencing the situation in which you're at in order to achieve the same aim that your direct tactic is. And a lot of these tactics, like I said before, they're used in conjunction with each other to create a strong strategy to complete whatever you're trying to accomplish. So, in application to your life and what you're trying to do, I would say use a combination of both. And oftentimes where your willpower, where your perseverance and your patience with direct tactics will wane, you can implement the indirect tactics. For example, with your health, instead of like trying to, build up one muscle, once you're tired out at the gym, an indirect tactic would be sleeping more, eating food that will give you more power in the gym, being more relaxed in your everyday life, and so on and so on, or drinking more water, all within regards to your health. Whereas the direct tactic would be going and lifting the weights, building that muscle, or breaking it down so it can build up once again. And then conversely, once again, once you have, it's also possible that you only use indirect tactics, and in that sense you're ineffective at life. So if you're only drinking the water, only eating really good food, and you're not really working out those muscles, they're still not gonna be built the way you want them to be built. So it's then recognizing where you're at, if you're too indirectly trying to influence something, and then move on to directly influencing it, getting down to business, getting down to the dirty work, and doing the direct influences. In my experience, direct influences are more important than indirect influences. And if you have to choose between the two, always choose to spend your energy on the direct influences. However, once you have exhausted your direct influence on there, that's when the benefit, or once you've reached a plateau, for example, that's when the indirect influences become extremely important. So for example, you've gone as big as you can just lifting weights and you've reached a plateau. Start focusing on your food, start focusing on your sleep and the rebuilding efforts of your muscles. Start focusing on your mental clarity, the knowledge you have of your body, and then allow your direct influences to be additionally supported by growing through your indirect influences. Once you've maxed out your earning power at whatever particular stage you're in, you're gonna have to start indirectly influencing it. So you're gonna go to reading books, you're gonna go to investing your money, you're gonna go to even looking for a new job, for example, as opposed to just working more hours. And so it comes to be that in the short term, direct influences will be more effective and they'll give you more experience than indirect influences. But over the long term, without the indirect influence of the surrounding situations that you find yourself in, that without influencing the playing field, you're not going to go where you want to go as much, and you may not get there to the end. So the long-term indirect influences are super crucial. But when you're first starting out, you need that drive for the direct influences. You need that tenacity to get shit done. And then over the long term, that indirectness needs to be built in as well. So in reality, you have to find a balance between the two and recognize that you cannot make excuses for lack of either or, because they're both super indispensable to your goals. Like, there is no athlete who cannot focus on his food and do his job the best he can. There is no politician who can't do reading and research in his field and make the best decisions. They're inexorably linked to each other, the direct and indirect influences to whatever you are trying to do. And to date, I really think that this is one of the most important videos that I've done. So something to think about, and even more so to think about to implement and check your balance. Depending on the task, you may have to adjust your direct and indirect influences, but no but. You have to be self-aware and understand where you have to go. And I think everybody inherently knows this, but the practice of it takes time, it takes thought, it takes consideration of multiple factors in a changing world, in a changing personal situation, and those need to be addressed by you. You are the captain. You have to make these decisions. Make your own fucking decisions to directly influence your life and indirectly influence your life and the world around you. You are the captain. Remember that. And I'm gonna go skate. So bye.